Think you're dinking correctly? We'll see. By far, the biggest error that I see among amateur players is taking too big of a swing. So remember, if you can't see your paddle, you're taking too big of a swing. A big swing causes a bunch of problems. First, it takes a long time to do. Because it takes longer to do, we often back off of the kitchen line to give ourselves more time to take that big swing. It makes us more likely to spray the ball to the left or the right. And more than anything, a big swing results in too much power, causing pop-ups. So when I'm hitting a nice compact swing, my stroke is pretty small here. Not a whole lot of paddle movement, as opposed to that longer swing, which takes longer, you get pushed back from, you might miss more, you might miss into the net. A lot of things can go wrong. That makes sense, right? But just because it makes sense doesn't mean that you're gonna do it. We need a way to actually make that change. Something I focus on when teaching is being aware of where my paddle is. If I lose track of where my paddle is, that's my #1 indication that I've taken too big of a swing. I'm here with my boy Luke. We're gonna try it, the pickleball pigeon on Instagram. If my paddle gets out of my vision here, it means I'm taking too big of a swing. That's a good swing. That's too big of a swing, and I missed. So if you think you're dinking correctly, we're gonna put that to the test. But first, I need a little bit more energy. Personally, I take MTE before I play because it gets me into a state of sort of relaxed concentration. I call that the flow state. Best of all, I sleep like a baby after I've taken MTE, unlike when I'm all hyped up on caffeine. So if you want a sugar-free superfood drink, check out the link in the description to save 20% off of your order. So now that I'm concentrated and relaxed, I am going to tie my hands together, or at least put them in something like this, so that they need to move together. It's not a bad idea for you to get a feel for this on your own before going out and doing it with a partner. So I'm gonna show you how I set up my lobster ball machine to do this drill. All right, so I'm gonna line the lobster up cross court from me. I'm gonna change the arc here so that it goes up over the net and into the kitchen. Down here, I'm gonna have it feed every 10 seconds or so, and I'm going to have it on the slowest setting there is with not very much spin. So ideally, this string is loose throughout our entire hit. If we get to tension, that means that we're catching our backswing. Or it means that we're then taking too much of a follow through. Once you get comfortable enough, you can go ahead and start hitting with a partner. Fortunately, I have Luke here, the pickleball pigeon, who volunteered to come hang out while I do all this weird stuff. So one of the first things that you'll notice when doing this drill is you don't have quite as much power as you might be used to. And that's because, there we go, perfect example. That's because this prevents us from taking that big backswing that we might be getting our power from. The next thing you'll notice is that low balls and wide balls are a lot tougher. You really got to get your feet into position, and bend your legs. So this drill is going to be a good workout for you, trust me. So you're probably thinking to yourself, well, Zane, I watch JW Johnson, he doesn't do any of this stuff. And you're right. JW is able to get away with a ton of stuff because he's so damn good. So if you play every day for 4 hours and you have elite hand-eye coordination, you probably don't need to pay attention to this video. You probably don't even need to pay attention to this channel. Go ahead and click the unsubscribe button. But if you do need this video, click the subscribe button, please. It helps me out and it helps grow the channel. Oh, yeah. Too good. Don't cry, dude. Bro, you gotta have your hands up. What's going on with that? Come on.